For many professing Christians, the cross has become a symbol of worship. Is the cross really to be worshiped? Is it really a Christian symbol? Stay tuned. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering the shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and the best for a world of lost sinners was slain. I'm not going to torture anybody with my singing, but that is the first verse from the song Old Rugged Cross. It's a popular mainstream Christian song written back in 1912, written by George Bernard. Is it really a Christian symbol? We're talking about the cross. History shows that the cross was used centuries before Christ was ever born. For example, the British Museum holds an Assyrian statue of King Samsivul, son of Shalmaneser, wearing an almost perfect Maltese cross around his neck. The Greek goddess Diana was often portrayed with a cross above her head, looking very much like later medieval portrayals of the Virgin Mary. Bacchus, the Greek god of wine, was often showed with a headband covered with crosses. The Vestal virgins of pagan Rome wore the cross suspended from their necklaces. Large stone crosses were erected in Latin America ages before Catholic missionaries arrived on the scene. The cross has been prominent in Hinduism and Buddhism for millennia. And as the crux ansata, or sign of life, it was borne by Osiris and the other gods of ancient Egypt. The cross symbol appeared as a Semitic letter of the alphabet around 1500 BC. Surprisingly, the Christian use of the cross did not begin until the time of Constantine, some 300 years after Jesus Christ. That's right, 300 years later. Archaeology has discovered no prior Christian use of this symbol. And according to Vine's Expository Dictionary of New Testament Words, Christians adopted the cross directly from paganism. You can find that in the article Cross. The New Testament does not really describe the appearance of the instrument which Christ was nailed to. Let's notice a few verses on the subject. Let's begin in Acts chapter 5. We'll go to Acts chapter 5, and let's read verse 30. Acts chapter 5, verse 30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom you murdered by hanging on a tree. Let's notice another one. A few chapters later, Acts chapter 10. Acts chapter 10, and let's notice here, Acts chapter 10, verse 39. And we are witnesses of all things which he did, both in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem, whom they killed by hanging on a tree. Let's notice another one. We're going to notice these verses. Let's let the Bible do the talking. Let's notice Acts chapter 13, verses 28 and 29. And though they found no cause for death in him, they asked Pilate that he should be put to death. Now when they had fulfilled all that was written concerning him, they took him down from the tree and laid him in the tomb. The Greek word rendered tree, I don't totally know how to pronounce it, Xulon, I'm not a Greek scholar, Xulon, can mean a tree, it can mean a club, a stick, or other wooden items or objects. The Romans who did the crucifying are known to have used instruments of different shapes. The Romans didn't invent crucifixion, they just perfected it, essentially. They were good at it. Now, some were just upright logs. Others had a cross piece attached at either the top or a little bit below it. The word cross in the New Testament is translated from the Greek word stauros, S-T-A-U-R-O-S. And it simply means a stake or a pole. This word was used in Greek literature to denote such pieces of wood and variants of the same, including one with cross pieces. There is no description in the Bible of the specific type of stauros on which Christ died. I mean, God forbid it was a guillotine or an electric chair, because, well, that would look kind of peculiar hanging on a wall and probably quite cumbersome hanging on a necklace. If this were important for us to know, God surely would have given us the information. The important thing is the meaning of Christ's sacrifice, what he is doing now and why, not the exact shape of the piece of wood that he died on. Finally, let's read the second commandment. We go back to Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, starting in verse 4. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. For I am the Lord your God. I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. The fact that the traditional cross came straight from paganism should give us pause. We must not use any images as part of our worship of the true God. And that goes doubly, if you will, for images so thoroughly pagan in origin. If you desire truth, I'd like to bring to your attention an informative little booklet. It's entitled The 10 Commandments. It was written by Herbert W. Armstrong. The 10 Commandments, written by Herbert W. Armstrong. You can find this booklet on our website along with other further Bible study materials, all free of charge, of course. If you have any questions, I invite you to visit us on Facebook or YouTube. The links are below. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like more videos breaking down God's truth for today, hit subscribe. We'd love to have you. The Bible is the most up-to-date book ever written. It's a new book. It's a now book, a book for today and tomorrow. It's a book of truth, always the same. It never gets old. This is Michael Ellerton with the Holy K.I.S.S. Until next time, goodbye, friends.